This time on Roadkill, it's an epic 700 horsepower Hemi Gremmie road trip with all the burnouts you can handle. Just wait longer. It'll get better, I promise.
You remember the Hemi Gremmie, a name that should clue you in that it is, in fact, a 1975 AMC Gremlin with a 426-based Hemi at 535 cubic inches. Let's review the history of this thing. I bought it way back in 2007-ish. For like 700 bucks-ish. Motor Trend road tested the thing. We ended up on that show where we had the Prius and the Gremlin. We spun the Gremlin out on the highway and then ran over the Prius with a tank. After that is when we sort of started hopping it up. I had like this dream in my head of this cartoon that you see here today. I wanted it to look like an Ed Roth freak show of a car, the Hemi Gremmie. So in 2 episodes, we put it on a Model A chassis, made it sit way up off the ground like a 70s street freak, and installed a 426 Hemi and a Gearstar 4 LED trans.
Hit it.
So we got that done. Tried to drive it in another episode, broke a rocker arm, ended up driving Finnegan's off-road truck anyway, and after that, it was out of my mind and in storage. Then, the craziest thing that's ever happened to me on Roadkill went down.
We stole his car from California without telling him, had my Hemi rebuilt out of blasphemy, and we're gonna put my Hemi in his car, show up to Roadkill nights on Friday, and surprise him. He has no idea we're coming.
I can't wait, dude.
Finnegan and the entire crew snuck around, built a brand new 700 horsepower Hemi, installed it for me, and surprised me with it at our Roadkill Nights event. And I didn't see any of that coming. So what we're gonna do now is actually road trip this thing. So Mike.
Dave.
Before we try and drive this thing from Michigan to St. Louis, I have a point to make, which is, the last time we broke this, you ended up buying a Pro 2 truck and a new Hemi. So,
God, I forgot all about that.
yeah, this could get expensive for you.
I'm out of money. I feel confident in this. This whole package just says, drive that way. You'll be fine.
I'm good too. I
Yeah.
mean, you and Newbern put it together last time, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah, as long as we make it. That's all that really matters.
What could stop us?
Rain. It's raining now. I feel like we need something here.
Do these work?
No. First stop ought to be a hardware store hood scoop for this thing right
I
here.
think so too, because when these paper filters get wet, they clog up. They like swell and they don't flow any air, and those are probably too small for this engine anyway. Buy some sheet metal, make a scoop that can point either backwards or forwards at our discretion.
Yeah.
I want to make some miles though. Okay. How many times will I forget to turn on the electric water pump?
I won't let you.
Yeah.
I like the motor.
Let's go adventure. Oh, it does good burnout.
It does, which is really what it's for.
Instant smoke.
Ah, steering is a little slow. It's hard to go straight.
Oh, yeah, straight axle life.
The converter is loose.
Oh, yeah. That's sweet burnouts, though.
Yeah. Yeah, when you shift, the RPM doesn't drop.
Because it's already slipping.
Yeah.
Ah, we're gonna make it.
Doesn't it feel shaky?
Yeah. I don't think the rear tires are round anymore. Okay, so you're gonna go left and then it's on the right.
15 miles later. It's gonna rain, I'm convinced. Now, I don't wanna like ruin these air filters and more importantly, suck a bunch of water in. So we did go to the home improvement store and located these. We got long all thread to hold these with.
And we have nothing to cut this with. I'm okay with that.
That's all we can do.
All right. We'll use the strap to link them together to sturdy it all up.
Yep.
We just need a hole right here.
Yeah. Money.
Backwards so it doesn't get rained in.
Yep. Rain, race. Rain, race.
Ram air.
Look, we even got air filter. How's that? It's amazing you can get off-the-shelf parts for your Gremlin Hemi right at the home improvement store.
This is gonna be the new thing going forward. Everyone's gonna be like,
Or going backward.
seems legit.
Look at that. Nothing can go wrong.
See the wings to direct?
Yeah.
This is, breaks the thermal barrier as you're going fast. On race?
It's gonna start to get hot. Getting close. Go, 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 go.
Okay, I'm just gonna loop it back around.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. And there we go.
It flows, dude. It definitely flows. You know, we could have cut the front one a little bit.
Yeah.
Match the angle.
Offset it. Yeah.
It really gives you an angle on the motor. I like it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but the sun just came out.
Yeah, that's all right. We just made art. It's so tall, dude. The top of the stud is above the windshield.
And it didn't hurt the vision at all.
Nah. Oh, this looks nice. Someone already laid down burnouts for us.
Yep. Woo-hoo. It is good at what it does.
Oh, it is. This is sketchy.
This is actually raining.
Yeah. The scoop works.
Yeah. That's working really good.
The hood scoop's working, and it's only 17 miles to the hotel.
We're already ahead, though. I mean, we're in a different state.
Oh, yeah. We're in Indiana now. Everything's better in Indiana.
You want to go slower?
Yeah, I mean,
55, stay alive.
there you go. It rhymes.
But look, now that we're going slow, it's overheating even in the rain. Or not overheating, but running hot.
Yeah.
We lived.
Woohoo!
Oh, that was rough there for a while. Wow.
Look, dry.
This worked really, really well.
That's some solid engineering.
Boy, that was an unusually easy roadkill day. By the time we met up with our buddies at Pilot and got on the road, it was like 4 o'clock after making this whole thing. And we made it to a different state, Indiana somewhere.
Indiana, allegedly, somewhere.
Which is pretty good because we're trying to head to a buddy's shop in Indianapolis to get a roll cage done at some point. On the highway in the rain, it's fine. As soon as you're idling, it's junk.
This ride's horrible.
Oh, there's the violence of the hopping too.
Only at 70 miles an hour and above. Everywhere under that, smooth as butter.
Yeah, it's super violent. I think the wheels aren't balanced, so maybe we'll look into that tomorrow as well.
Sure. But first, beer.
Yeah, beer. It's morning, so we wrench. There's a couple small things going on here, one of which is the steering's falling apart. There's that. We took this thing to a tire shop this morning because it has a violent shake above 70, and it looks like one of the front tires is not round. It's quite egg-shaped, so it's gonna do that. I think we have to cinch a valve cover a little bit. You've got to like smoke-proof your floor.
Yeah, just a little layer there, you know, keep the dirt from blowing up. Yep. Nothing major.
I'm gonna take the hood off so I can do the valve covers. If you want to tighten the pitman.
Yep, that's not good. The people at the tire shop obviously pay way more attention to critical items like the steering than we do, because they found this when they were take our wheels on and off to balance them. And that's not good. This should not twist on that shaft. So we're just gonna tighten that up. We bought tools we didn't have for the sole purpose of making sure we could get it to where we want to go. Because I want to live. I'm pretty sure Freiberger wants to live. Ow. I'm good. It's a metric nut. You really don't want to use an 1.1/8" socket on it.
All right, just a quick cinch on the valve covers. The engine is new. It's amazing how it just idles good. I mean, it's just like a pussycat, as Dulcich would say. Super easy to drive. The rest of the car, not really. The steering is very heavy. It's a little bit loose. It's hard to recover the steering really fast if you wanted to do like a power slide or something like that. It rides like a CJ5, like a lifted CJ5 on the highway. The interior is surprisingly comfortable. Mike might disagree because he's got a bunch of stuff flying at him through the holes in the floor. And aside from that, it's just really good. It's a fantastic burnout machine, and everybody wants one now.
Done. That's better.
This breather isn't exactly right for the valve cover, so I'm gonna do the old microfiber on the breather with a zip tie trick in hopes of lubricating the firewall just a little bit less. There we go. That's bad.
I think it's the back tires.
Think so?
Does it steer any better?
Nah, same.
Still shakes.
Yeah. I wish we could actually do an acceleration run, but it's too scary.
Yeah, I'll get out while you do it.
Do you know where we are?
Muncie, Indiana.
No, you know specifically where we are.
On the college campus where the band is practicing over there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got problems.
No, this is not a problem at all. We have a soundtrack for a fan installation. This is awesome.
This thing was overheating to 230 in traffic. I was freaking out. I don't want to hurt this engine. We think we know what's wrong. What are we doing? Taking the shroud off and putting 2 different fans on?
Yeah, we're gonna take one fairly ineffective fan and replace it with 2 slightly better fans.
Yeah.
And get rid of the shroud.
Well, yeah, counterintuitively, I think the shroud is part of the problem. This fan that's on it flows nothing, and so the shroud is probably blocking airflow more than the fan is helping. Okay. Our plan here is to take this bar out so we can lift the radiator up so we can get to the bottom screws to take the fan shroud off.
Okay.
All right, now the whole radiator should flex upward. Usually you need a fan shroud to keep things cool, but this fan is so lame, we're thinking that it's hurting.
Almost there.
There we go. Wait, unplug a Rooney.
That's what victory looks like right there. Yeah, this fan is
Lame.
big, but not efficient.
There isn't a lot of bite to these blades. It doesn't move a lot of air. Here's our new parts store fan. Is this a puller or a pusher?
I think depending on how it's wired and which way the blade's going, it'd be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, you'd have to take it off. Oh, it says it goes this way.
It's probably a puller, you know?
Probably a puller. Will I read the directions? No.
You've been on this planet for 97 years. You know the rules, according to the internet.
Fan number 2.
The fate of our $30,000 Hemi rests upon 3 wires twisted together with no electrical tape, no butt connector, nothing.
Oh, it's great.
And the irony that wire is resting on a $600 electric pump.
The electric water pump's actually really cool because you can run the fans and the water pump when the engine's shut off, and so it's circulating the water and cooling it off, so you can chill the thing down, you know, when you're parked. Boom. Let me zip this on there before we try it. And...
Ah, dude, that's so much better.
Is it?
Way better.
Oh!
You might actually have cooling.
Well, it's at least a lot more surface area.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we're gonna go sit in traffic and see if this thing still overheats.
I love that after the questionable cooling system mod, you're like, hey, why don't you drive in case it melts down?
So it's your fault. You have to squeeze the trigger just a hair. There you go. I think our cooling is way better.
Hi.
It's still climbing, but it's only at about 185.
All right, I like it.
I hope you're saying you really like it.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
It's good, it's good. Kind of drives like my Bel Air.
Like Blasphemy?
Yeah. It wanders a little bit, rides a little stiff.
Yeah. We got a ton more flow through the radiator. Now it's 180. This is great.
Yeah, it's happy.
Now that you've driven it, how do you feel about giving me 700 horsepower?
I'm afraid to put my foot down.
Yeah, it's a little irresponsible. All right, how hot will it get? We're already at 203.
Okay.
205. 210. It might not be as great as we thought it was. Yeah, our new cooling fans didn't do that much. We spoke too soon on the fix that we did with the fans. It doesn't work. Honestly, it drives cooler on the freeway when we got a lot of airflow, but sitting in traffic, it just goes to 230 immediately. So we're gonna go to the tried and true, taking the hood off to see if that makes any difference. And we don't have any ratchet straps or anything with us, so this is going in the back of the video van.
See, I think this is gonna work. I'll tell you why, right? When this is sucking air, it's only sucking air from out here, not from in here. Then you got the headers heating up everything under the hood. The hood is on fire when you touch it. So I think we take the hood off, most of our problems go away.
It can't be worse. Yeah, didn't do that much. Headed for 220. Yeah, pukes at 230.
We have found the magic number. It is 230. Woo! I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
It's Wednesday morning, and we're gonna be responsible and put a roll bar in this garbage. We're Johnny Lindbergh Motorsports, and these guys are gonna help us out. So this is Johnny right here, and then over there you've got Richie. Johnny is like the top alcohol funny car genius of all time. 1 European championship, 2 here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then Richie drove a top fuel car for Morgan Lucas and then also for Connie Coletta. So these guys are way better than us. Yeah. What we're gonna do is gut the interior out of this thing, ask these guys to put a bar in it, and I think Mike and I are gonna work on trying to make it actually cool. I guess one thing I should clarify here is we have 0 plans to actually drag race this car because terrifying and because of that shake at 70 miles an hour that we haven't fixed. what this roll bar is for is not to be NHRA legal or anything. It's honestly, so if I flip this thing over doing donuts because it's so tall that it doesn't kill me. Yeah. Which is why I came to, like, you know, the super pro guys to get it done.
Hey, we lost our carb studs, but we have one here we can just cut.
Yeah, we can cut these down. All right, I'm gonna start clearing out the interior.
The fab geniuses are in the back getting ready to strip the interior and put a roll bar in there. I'm gonna take the grill out because I wanna move our transmission cooler away from the front of the radiator to behind the light that doesn't have any wiring.
Great.
All right.
Do it. That is a rad angle finder.
Yeah, it has the same radius as my tubing bender.
Oh, perfect.
6-inch radius.
I love that.
It's pretty accurate. We took our measurements. We kind of did a total length of the tubing we need for the main hoop, so 10 feet. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut it to that length, and then we're gonna mark where to start the bends and bend it up. What do you think?
It looks like a hoop to me.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move the trans cooler from here to there. Mike's done the hard work, I'm doing the zip tie work. Richie and I have been bench racing where to put the down bars off the main hoop, and we were gonna put them there till we decided that would be ugly, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Gonna be too close together, and so I made him make that plate for out there, which also happens to be on the little subframe thing on the sheet metal body. It's not full race, but it'll be good enough.
Better than nothing, right?
Should be pretty good now.
As the first test on the main hoop, Johnny promised me perfection.
I should have cut it a
Half inch shorter.
Yeah, okay, ½ inch.
Test fit number 2. There we go.
Right there.
Johnny sort of fixed that main hoop. We test fit it. It's great. Richie's back there welding right next to the fuel filler. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, my shop is OSHA-approved.
Right. Is it fireproof? I'm about to fix the cooling system. I'm convinced this is the answer. See, these fans that we have on here just came from the parts store. They're like super cheap Chinese stuff. They're rated at 670 CFM each. This Spall fan here with the killer motor on it is rated at 1,460 each. So if I can fit 2 of these on that radiator, it's gonna be the kill. And goodbye, worthless fan. Boy, this fan weighs half of what the new one does.
This is incredible. Right now, Johnny's gonna build a harness bar that's gonna go between each end of the main hoop. And we don't have harnesses, but it's gonna stiffen up the hoop, and someday if he wanted shoulder harnesses, he could put them there. But the interesting thing about this, and the reason we're over here, is he's not notching it the way we normally would. There's a lot of ways to do this. You can use a hole saw and a hand drill to go right through the tubing. You can use a grinder to fish mount the end of the tubing, or you can use one of these amazing bits here in your mill to make quick work of that. I'm
Pretty good.
so jealous of the tools in your shop.
Then we go to the biggest belt sander in Brownsburg.
Nailed it.
Sits right like that.
Oh, that's pretty perfect.
Nailed it.
Okay, so I burned that bar in.
Yeah. These new fans are really heavy, so I want at least one actual metal strap connection on the thing instead of those zip ties through the radiator. That's gonna be way better than letting it flop. There we go. All right, that's gonna hold it solid. I might be able to get one more in the bottom, and then I'm gonna zip tie it through this side. I'm stoked. This is gonna work. See this funny car body up here? Johnny actually drove Nitro Funny Car for Jim Head for a few years, and he was racing at Phoenix one time, and John Force came across the lane, hit the back of his car, and ran completely up and over the thing, like right over the driver compartment. Obviously, Johnny was okay, but that's what's left of the body. The other side was trashed. I put the fans on, Mike wire nutted them together, which is like next level for us. I'm gonna turn the switch on, and I'm counting on the tornado action.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Ooh, does it sound?
Oh, it's better.
Is it?
It's better.
Yeah, I can feel it blowing from here, so it's gotta be better.
I can now feel it pulling air, which from the front side before, you really couldn't feel it pulling.
No, you couldn't.
This is better.
Are they both on?
I hope so. They both got wire nuts.
Yeah. Wire nuts are the key.
Yeah.
That's fixed. Can you move the fuse and let's see if the trans fan works? Sure. I'll turn this off.
We need an additional fuse so that can have its own, because now these are dead and the water pump might not be.
Yeah. And now the water pump's on as well.
I put all the fuses back in, so it should run.
Let me turn the fans on, see if we can tell. Yeah, that's totally running.
I think we can put the hood back on. Because it's sad that they built an entire roll bar in the same amount of time it took us to mount 2 electric fans.
This is actually exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you, guys. This is literally for when I drop it on its side in a burnout contest. It'll save me. Plus, now the body's a little bit more than sort of attached to the frame. The roll bar's all in. It's like exactly what I was hoping for. I'm super stoked. It's been a fun day with these guys. I have to bolt the seats in. We have to load our junk back into the back. And then Johnny says I can go maybe do a donut or two in his front yard. So here we go. Man, this has been so fun. These guys did such an awesome job. We're gonna make them do donuts. Besides, it's your driveway.
Well, hopefully it don't break.
Yeah, don't break it. So you remember the shifter? Remember, put every toggle switch up. Richie, your job is to watch the oil pressure gauge.
Got it.
And heat. Don't overheat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember to have fun.
It's got them good fans. Oh, yeah.
Here comes the mayhem. That was awesome.
How was oil pressure? Good?
Yeah, it's like 60 pounds when you're on the gas.
Wrong switch.
That was cool.
It's awesome. The amount of freaking lateral G, like,
I know.
I feel like it wants to tip over too,
Yeah.
huh?
Sorry about the starter. I hit the wrong switch.
We've both done it 100 times.
Okay.
you gotta show us how it's done now, huh?
I'm gonna show you how it's done.
I'm guessing it's not his first rodeo doing whips in this thing, huh?
I couldn't see. I couldn't see.
it still overheats. How can that not help? That is so dumb. It's coming down now that you're rolling, but it just won't idle.
It's got to be an airflow problem.
Those fans move so much more air. Yeah. And yet they didn't help at all. Unless the fans blew a fuse. Well, that was no good. It started overheating right away when we left Johnny's place.
We wired both of our electric fans to our one relay. I think they draw too many amps.
Is your hood and fender blazing hot?
Yep.
Mine is.
Toasty.
Yeah, so tomorrow morning we'll fix the wiring on this thing and try once again to fix the overheating. That is the plague of this episode. And no amount of removing the hood was fixing it.
Yeah, not when we have no electric fans.
It's like it isn't roadkill.
We got this. A little wiring, bigger fuse. Maybe just take the fuse out altogether. Just stick, stick a nail
Yeah,
in there.
hardwire the thing. I don't care. I'd rather have an electrical fire than keep overheating the motor at this point.
I like your attitude.
Yes. It's at 240 right now. All right. There's still hope, but not at this moment. Yesterday when we were at Johnny's place, we were really close to the Indy drag strip, which is where the NHRA US Nationals are. But we also couldn't leave without going to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the second banked oval track in the world and the first one in the United States.
This place is incredible. It's giant. I can't even believe it. I've never been to the museum either.
No, they built this place in 1909. All right, we're gonna go check it out.
Whoa.
Yep.
Dude.
All these cars in this area of the museum are past winners of the event. Over here, you've got the first winner. Yeah, that's 100 years of racing right there. The first Indy 500 was 1911, even though the track opened in 1909. These two cars here were built by Curtis Craft, and to me, this really ties in the world of early 50s hot rodding. Curtis Craft was in Glendale, California, not that far from where Hot Rod Magazine and Motor Trend Magazine were founded. And this car that ran in 53 or 54 was the fuel injection special. He sort of created this roadster look. They pounded out the cars themselves. He also made a sports car for the street that was called a Curtis, which was like a sports car that eventually was sold by Earl Madman Muntz, who was like this crazy guy who sold stereos and TVs and everything, and also these cars. And the tie-in is that Robert E. Peterson did PR for Muntz before Peterson founded Hot Rod Magazine in 1948 and Motor Trend in 1949. And of course, Motor Trend and Hot Rod is where Roadkill came from. So basically, this is our car.
This might be the coolest part of this entire place. If you actually win the Indy 500, you get your face sculpted on a 5'4" tall sterling silver trophy, along with 100 other dudes who have won the event.
This is really cool. In the mid-60s, Ford made their Indy dedicated engine, which was basically like a 289 de-stroked, but it was dual overhead cam. And the freak show about it is that the induction was in between the two camshafts on each bank, and the exhaust came up out the middle. Very, very cool, like high RPM screamer stuff. In modern times, Ed Pink has built a couple of these engines that have ended up in hot rods. But that's just cool that the OEs were doing stuff like that. We love the Indy Museum, but now we gotta go wrench. The Gremlin is still overheating.
It's gonna be a good day.
Ready for... What did you do?
I was just excited.
This is gonna be take 4 of trying to fix the overheating on this thing.
Yeah, I think we got an amperage problem here. Pretty sure too many fans for one fuse.
Yeah, our wiring failed last night on our new good fan. So we're gonna try and add a relay, make it more better.
Well, hey, maybe if the wires were tight on the battery wire for the alternator, things would go better.
There could be that.
Yeah, I think that was our problem.
Really?
I don't think we can return all that. We just need a new bag to carry it in.
Seriously?
Yeah, the wire is totally loose.
I'll tighten it up. Let's try. That's one fan.
Okay.
So we got the trans fan working, the trans cooler fan, but not the radiator fans.
Let's go bigger. That's a 30. Let's try 40. Give it a shot. 2 fans off 1 relay and 1 40 amp fuse.
Working.
We're back, Mortimer.
Hopefully that blew immediately when we left Johnny's place, and that explains the overheating.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. On the bright side,
Yeah.
if we really did drive all the way here with no fan and it only went to 230,
Then we're pretty good.
I feel good about this.
Are any wires getting hot over there?
Let's see. Nope. Nope.
That was easy enough. You want to see if it has water?
Sure. Like Tom Cruise and Cocktail. It's the exact right amount.
Okay.
We're done.
All the relays and connectors that we're not actually going to need that Mike put everywhere. What do you want to do when this doesn't work?
Go to another museum
That's a
where the
good
cars
idea.
did work.
Yeah. So the trans cooler fan works now too.
Yep. All the tornadoes are happening at the same time. We got a vortex happening.
Wow. It's spunky. Is it me or is that temperature gauge staying at 150?
Yes, it is, my friend. So it's not getting hotter. It's 160.
Yeah.
I believe our problems are solved.
All right, we're headed to St. Louis.
This is gonna help. This is definitely gonna help. I'm pretty sure this has been scientifically proven.
I think you had the right idea on the shoulders. My bags are tearing.
You're nearly there. It'll be worth it.
Okay. Whew. The Gremmie itself is officially fixed as far as cooling goes, but inside, it's a torture chamber.
Yeah, it turns out somebody built this car with no carpet or insulation. It's weird. I see no reason why this couldn't cool my booty inside of a Gremlin.
Here we go.
Oh, you're opening yours.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, man. Oh, no. So you got to put it behind the seat. You got to make an igloo around yourself. Then when the air comes from either side, we're good.
Here, let me help you out. There you go. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, good looking out. Oh, it's already better, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't even have any airflow, and it's already better.
Here, hold on. Oh, this is way better.
You look like you're just sitting on a bed of a margarita.
Yeah. Oh, this is so much better.
Right?
Wow, the cooling effect with the breeze.
This must be what a penguin feels like on a hot summer day.
Wow, I am so much better.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's like a brand new car, dude.
We made it. Last night we cruised past the iconic St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West, And now, we're at Worldwide Technology Raceway, which was our goal because this is the start of drag week where you are gonna be racing and I am gonna be commentating.
We've also gone full circle because this is the last place that those cylinder heads dropped a valve and destroyed my second Hemi.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the first time you've spent 5 days with a Hemi that's survived.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, burnouts.
Burnouts.
You're gonna ride with? No way.
As long as you're not going for distance.
I'm going for distance.
Oh, well then I'm gonna watch you. I like the donuts. It's the high speed on the Model A chassis Gremlin Hemi thing that, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Wow, this could just keep going. That is so fun. So much violence.
Oh, man. That car's a beast.
Yeah. Wow. All right, I'm gonna get Mike. We're gonna do some donuts. That is good.
That was good.
It's really fun.
Here, I'll get in.
Okay. Dude, it's so good. It really is. How's the temp?
You're good, dude. 205.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little burnout for distance. Okay?
Yep. Go for it.
It just lights them.
Dude, this thing is a beast.
Yep,
And it's still alive.
I know. The line lock works pretty good. What this episode shows you is you can take a $700 car and a $2,000 chassis, throw a ridiculous engine and gear star trans in the thing and have the time of your life. It also shows that you gotta hit the road to work out some bugs on any new project. But what you don't need is a Hemi. The reason we have one here is it means a lot to us. Remember, this is the engine that was mine and I traded it to Finnegan for an aluminum race V6 and it went into blasphemy. It blew up a couple times and then Mike rebuilt it without me even knowing about it and stabbed the thing into the Gremlin and presented it to me at Roadkill Nights. Now, there's still that race aluminum V6 sitting around. Maybe we should do something with that because I gave it back to Finnegan. And if we do, you'll see that in a future episode of Roadkill.